Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go!
Flappy Bird, the iconic mobile gaming classic, officially returns to flying the coop. Okay, and then screenshots, and that did not look like Flappy Bird. Now, there's a lot of questions around this release, mostly because it's not seemingly the same person behind the original. It's like another company that's decided to come
Round 3. Ready, go!
I mean, look, the first Flappy Bird original looked cheap, right? This somehow looks cheaper. So, I'm not really sure what to do with this other than look at this as the original Flappy Bird return, and it's hard to say what to do. Because it seems like there's other things added on to it, so
knockout
there. Also, I wasn't really big in the Flappy Bird, so I'm not really sure what to expect from this version of the original, but if you were
Round 4.
really into Flappy Bird,
ready, go!
Oh, and unsurprising news, it appears that Microsoft has moved to lay off more employees. We can see this is first. So Microsoft is laying off around 650 employees in its gaming division. By the way, this is on top of some of the Activision layoff, so now over 500 total. Remember, that includes Redfall for
knockout.
Thrown in there. Now, Phil Spencer seems to mention this is aligning with post-acquisition team structure and managing their business. He does say that no games are being canceled, but this just continues to tack on to the number of layoffs we've seen over the last seemingly now 2 years, and they just continue to mount. But especially with Microsoft, just seems like they have really laid off a ton of their workforce, seemingly after that Activision Blizzard acquisition, of course, as I'm sure many redundant positions were formed, but also them just seemingly cutting down on expenses constantly as they've gone through this last year. And
can't ever picture you winning.
Last we hear about layoffs at seems like every time you feel like they're done. And guys, with some of the cool news out of the way, let's get into the bigger stuff. Let's start right away with a pretty sizable leak that's hit Nintendo, because it's for a game that's not out for another 2 weeks, and it's, for a lot of people, it's their most anticipated title for the year for their Switch, and that's The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. And I will say, this game looks extremely creative, a different twist on the top-down Zelda games that we've been used to for decades now. And that's one of the reasons this one in particular concerns me, because naturally, once this leaks online, people don't even need a Switch necessarily. They can feed it into an emulator and then just start screenshotting and recording footage, and before you know it, you're looking on YouTube and there is somehow a thumbnail of the final boss right in front of you for a game that's still not out for a few weeks. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to bring it to your attention here today, because seemingly out of nowhere, it popped up on the typical sources and sites that people would grab a lot of these games from. But the thing that's very odd about this is we are so far removed from the, we're so far away from the release date. This seems sooner than usual for these games. Now, we did have the infamous leak for Tears of the Kingdom that was
round 1. Ready, go!
Early on, so I'm curious how exactly this was happening with Echoes of Wisdom, because early distribution, whether it's maybe that does keep the lockdown right now. So the only thing I think of is not necessarily breaking street date at retail, because
knockout.
But breaking street date basically from distribution.
Round 2.
Amazon
ready,
or
go!
Big box retail stores. I'm bringing this up just to try to avoid any kind of spoilers. And this is the moment to start muting any keywords, because I feel like this time, it's almost getting to the point where I feel like it's more they themselves kind of
knockout.
Into the territory of spoiling their own audience for stuff.
Round 3.
Yeah, this might
ready,
be
go!
As we work towards the 26th of September, Nintendo now really leaning to its Thursday release, but that's as I mentioned, recording off the screenshots. People will probably data mine yes, see forum threads about spoilers and how people play it. Technically, people can.
Knockout!
This is another situation where Nintendo is going to take note, as they have not been very happy with stuff getting out there early. Go figure, as that's one of the things, along with extra cost distribution behind the scenes, that is probably keeping them from sending these things out, say, to Amazon quite early, right? So when you have warehouses and stuff that these things seem to leak out from, it makes sense why Nintendo's being very, very careful about these physical copies. But yes, Echo's Wisdom out there now, technically in the wild, so be careful. Next up, let's talk about a big update, actually, for the PlayStation 5. And this is one that's been described to me multiple times now from Ryan over on the Mystic Ryan channel. In fact, I believe he did a video really diving into details and sort of showing this update off, as he's had, I believe, this exact update, or like an earlier one just from like a preview build, as part of like the early program for PlayStation, checking out the Welcome Hub, which sounds actually pretty cool to have as something that, yes, can welcome you when you turn your PlayStation 5 on, but also a way for you to customize what you see just sort of at a glance. Now, we can see this is posted up over on PlayStation's blog. And they do mention that this update will be rolling out gradually across regions. It appears at this time it's pretty much just a US.
This is for real. Say your prayers.
I'm no pushover, sweetie.
Round one. Ready, go!
But the main focus has been on. In fact, they have a video here showing this a bit. And basically, you have when you log in, you can sit there on the dashboard, and you can customize all kinds of stuff. They do give a few examples here of the different widgets that include console storage, which I'll admit there are
excellent.
And look to install something and didn't even think about it. I mean, I do have a size drive in my
Round two.
5, but
ready, go!
All right. Hot dog.
Your online friends. You can use these presets to change down your layout very, very quickly. Maybe you want to know all about your friends. Maybe you want to know
Knockout.
all about your friends and the trophies and games and stuff they're playing. The size of your widgets and
Round three.
the background.
Ready,
You pull
go!
Media capture. So there you go. We have some actual customization.
All right.
The ability to be able to customize your different systems and consoles. Something
Ring
that
out.
people have enjoyed. So I do like that the idea is in some way, as I know
Round
that the
four.
dashboard, even for like the
Ready,
PS5, for example,
go!
it is set up in a mindful way to move around that one game that I highlighted. A few other things mentioned here. First, audio profiles, headphones and earbuds.
All right.
Adjust remote play settings per user, so you can allow some and maybe not others to use remote play for your PS5, and then adaptive charging for your controller, so it will change how much power, say, it's outputting to a controller as it's charging. Maybe it's getting more and more full, it won't need as much power then, it becomes more of a trickle charge. But they do mention it's available for slimmer PS5 model and PS5 Pro when it's available, not necessarily for the older first generation, we'll say, PS5, which is interesting, but still, nonetheless, the big one there being the Welcome Hub actually sounds like a really cool tool to use when you log in, just to get a summary at a glance for everything happening on your PlayStation 5. Just make sure you check your PS5 through updates and see when you're eligible to get this one, whether it's in the US or, again, as they mentioned, rolling out globally over time. Next up, let's talk about the Famitsu sales charts, which does give us our first look at Astrobot sales in Japan. A reminder, these are physical sales, and with Astrobot, technically it's the first, like, 2 days of sales. This is preemptively preparing you, I guess, for the number you're about to see here. But also work to try to explain.
Round one.
Some cope is being
Ready,
mixed in
go!
there. Anyway, let's take a look at the Famitsu sales. Starting right away with the challenge. There you go. Toho, Yamato, Kagura, Pisa, Wall. Let me know how I did there. Anyway, 16,681 comments. With 12,662
Cyber is built to power the pros. To the lowest price, just £28 a month. Game changers, 140 megabits
Knockout.
That's 4 times faster than our standard fiber. So you can play like a
Round 2. Ready, go!
Take your game to the next level on the UK's most reliable broadband technology. Back at the lowest price at just £28 a month.
The Azure Quantum Computer. Accelerating scientific discovery.
Knockout.
Transform the way we live.
Round 3. Ready,
Powerful
go!
computer. With seamless integration of best-in-class advanced quantum error correction. Differential research and molecular modeling with custom AI models. Use natural language to train the future of work.
Knockout.
Custom design and optimize quantum algorithms.
It's not necessarily great for a big platformer that you would hope would maybe appeal a bit more here in this case for Japan, as opposed to some of Sony's other properties. Not so much, at least here from what we're seeing with this number. I will say, all right, that Astrobot, there were reports that it had sold out in many different stores, that some were being noted in Tokyo, for example, and then we did see it sell out on Amazon Japan. So it is possible it also didn't get a lot of stock. We will see in the coming weeks if that is correct or not, because if it did sell out, you should still see it continue on and not drop off substantially, say, in the 3rd, 4th, even 5th week. We also have Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. That sold 10,502. Then we have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Nintendo Switch Sports, Pretty Derby, Animal Crossing New Horizons, Gundam Breaker 4, Power Pros 2024-2025, and then Ring Fit Adventure. Moving over to the hardware, the Switch actually climbed to 67,473. That's very impressive for that console around this time in its life cycle. That's quite a few units there. Then we have the PS5 that dropped off incredibly because, of course, that price tag has now kicked in where went up like, what, $90 or something. So yeah, it's going to drop off quite substantially. The Xbox Series, on the other hand, just about doubled up to 1,482 units. And the PlayStation 3 fell too, but I mean, I can't believe those things are even being sold at all at this point. 23 of them moved. Now, on top of that, we do have some good news actually here for Astrobot, as Christopher Dring says that the Astrobot's UK launch is solid. First week sales are 21% higher than the debut of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart in 2021. Astro was number 2 last week behind Space Marine 2. Which is the UK's fastest selling Warhammer game, beating Total War Warhammer 3. More in the next GI Microcast. So that's at least good news, because originally it sounded like it was tracking behind Ratchet & Clank when you just count physical copies. You throw digital in there, all of a sudden it jumps ahead of Ratchet & Clank. And that's kind of the baseline I wanted to see Astrobot sell, was have Astrobot sell right around Ratchet & Clank. And a lot of that comes down to, yes, the budget, or the amount of money it costs, obviously, to make the game, is lower than a lot of the big AAA Sony titles that we typically see. So expectations around sales aren't through the roof, 10 million or bust, nothing like that. So if it can reach or exceed Ratchet & Clank, we'll say 3 to 4 million lifetime, I think that's a win for Asobi, but I still feel like this game should do better than that in terms of the quality and the reception it's seen online and its appeal for the general audience. So not a great debut in terms of just raw numbers that we're getting, but we'll see how it did in places like the US, for example, and how it did digitally if Sony is ever willing to share those numbers in the future. I guess we'll see. Hopefully, by next month, we'll start with the Circana report and find out how it did in the US. And in our last bit of news, let's talk about a very unexpected series of events that have happened here. As it appears, Annapurna's video game division, well, everyone just kind of walked out. They just left. And I saw this announcement. It was broken through Bloomberg with Jason Schreier, and I just said, what? And that seemed to be the collective reaction across the internet. Let's start, though, here with the report. Again, this is from Jason Schreier, and I'll have a link down below, as there is a lot of information being had.
This is for real. Say your prayers.
Round one. Ready, go!
To spin off the video game division as an independent entity. So basically, think about how with we saw it with Toy Story, where they successfully negotiated with Microsoft and Activision and that they spun off being an independent studio. It do something like that here, and talks fell through. So this is a quote from Nathan saying, "All 25 members of the Annapurna Interactive team collectively resigned. This was one of the hardest decisions we have ever had to make, and we did not take this action lightly." The spokesperson said that all existing games and projects will remain under Annapurna. So, I mean, they are still working on a bunch of games, of course, and there has been a lot of collaboration with, so it's Annapurna Interactive and then Annapurna Pictures. They do a lot of the TV and movies, that sort of thing, but because they all kind of work on similar properties, you have, for example, the deal they struck with Remedy that would have Annapurna work to co-finance Control 2, and in return, they would have the rights for TV or movies with Control and Alan Wake. So you see how there's some crossover there between video game and movie and film and media. They're going to say the new president, Hector Sanchez, has told developers that the company will honor existing contracts and replace staff who have left, according to people who asked to not be identified because the conversations were private. Again, this was surprising, but then also, on the other hand, in the current climate we're in, where we are just seeing studios go away left and right and things like this happening, where one day you wake up and they're just a studio's being completely shut down by a big parent company, this is at least Annapurna Interactive, or a lot of the people who are working there, again, 25 of them, being able to just kind of go out on their own terms, say, no, we're resigning, we're out. It almost makes you think that maybe they're going off to make their own studio, like they were trying to spin off here to become independent. So it just seems like maybe they're going to go do that, and it puts Annapurna in a very awkward position where they just lost, like, probably all of, or at least a very significant portion of their video game division, and now their solution is just hire and replace all of them, which will probably be pretty difficult, and it will most likely lead to a lot of bit of a learning curve there, especially with, I'm sure, many partners who are like halfway through or knee deep in their current development, and they're like ready to go, but now you have all these new people coming in, and it sounds like chaos, and that's kind of what's being described here by Bloomberg. So check out that article, but wow, just chaos right now breaking out at Annapurna with all kinds of indie games and film and TV, everything kind of hanging in the balance there. And before we go to the comment of the day, we'll take a look at the poll that I posted up yesterday, where I ask if GTA 6 gets a significant enhancement with the PS5 Pro, let's just say 60 FPS, better visuals, would you buy the new console? 13% say yes, 87% say no. That's actually still falling in line with what my projection for the number of people who will buy a PS5.
Round one. Ready, go! Knockout! Round two. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout!
Zakoが二度と面見せんじゃねえ。
Pro versus a regular
Book now for summer 2025 with EasyJet.
PS5. I'm still thinking like 1 in 8, 1 in 7, somewhere in there. So this is about that. It's close to that, right? So I do think that GTA 6 could work to move the needle if it has those enhancements, but there's still a lot of doubt around GTA 6 being 60 FPS on the PlayStation 5 Pro, which sounds weird because you see this $700 system, $800 system, $900 system depending on the region, and you go, well, yeah, clearly that's gonna play GTA 6 at 60 frames, and it's like, no, it doesn't. Okay, that just feels like it defeats the entire purpose of this thing existing if you don't have a substantial jump, considering we've seen the choice between the toggle, performance or fidelity. Most gamers are picking performance because they want the higher frame rate, so maybe they're buying the PS5 Pro looking for just that. Better frame rate, better visuals to go along with that. But if there's not a better frame rate there when you buy it, you're kind of going to feel like you wasted your money. And we'll finish up with the comment of the day as you're seeing here. This is from one who says, all of the things the Pro is supposed to do, the standard PS5 was supposed to do at launch. Some of that stuff was even on the boxes of the PS5, and they removed it from the boxes. The fact that they showed 5-year-old PS5 launch games that were supposed to have these features on base PS5 to advertise this is crazy to me. I don't think they did a very good job showcasing this system at all, which it's actually kind of head-scratching. That's the part. Not necessarily that the system exists because, look, it's a low-volume enthusiast machine, all right? I think most people understand that. The regular PS5 still exists, and actually it's become cheaper with the refurbished products, now down to $350. But when you see this machine, you'd like to understand, okay, what exactly makes this thing stand out? Why would it be sold? Why is it special? And they just did a bad job. Like, hey, here's a PS4 game, Last of Us Part 2. Let's show you these side-by-side images that are incredibly hard to see through this compressed stream. And everyone's like, what's going on here? I think it would have been a good idea to get Digital Foundry more involved, as they clearly have the tech and the know-how to be able to analyze and present it in a more meaningful and understandable way. And unfortunately, it seems like Sony has dropped the ball across the board because even CNET wasn't able to capture directly. So we're basically just going to wait until we get closer to its release, or even on release, to get actual footage even of this thing working from an independent source. And that does sound kind of crazy for a $700 machine. And ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it here for News.
Round 1. Ready, go! Knockout!
Yeah!
Round 2. Ready, go!
Yes!
Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go!
Yeah!
Knockout!
Yeah!
Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 5. Ready, go!
Yes! Yes!
Knockout!
What can I say? I'm on top.
Round 1. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go!
Yes!
Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go!
Yes!
Knockout! Round 4. Ready, go!
Yes! Yes!
Round 5. Ready, go! Knockout!
Checkmate. Good. Check. Might makes wrong.
Wave. If you enjoyed this video, guys, hit that like button. If not, hit the dislike. Leave comments down below about everything we talked about here today. If you missed yesterday's news wave, I'll have it linked up here in the box. Or maybe you wanted to see some of the horror stories I went through when it came to customers attempting to fix their own Xbox 360 console. It'll be right below that. Thanks, guys, for watching. Have a great weekend. I'll see you back here Monday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Time for Newswave.
Hyundai promise approved used electric cars are taken back.
So the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics, I think, is something that, well, a lot of people were looking forward to, especially older people. Now, this compilation just came out on the PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and on Steam. And I wanted to take a look at the Nintendo Switch version. I'm not the greatest person in the world at these games or anything like that, but I definitely have some very fond memories of growing up and playing them. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at this compilation for the Nintendo Switch to see how it performs in terms of how the games run, and of course in terms of online play. So we got a lot of stuff to go over in this video, but before we get too deep into this video, I want to give a huge thank you to today's video sponsor, Rocket Money. So the other day, I was trying to cancel my HBO Max or Max subscription, and these companies make it so hard to do stuff like that, and I probably have a bunch of subscriptions that I don't even realize is coming out of my bank account. Well, that's where today's video sponsor, Rocket Money, is here to help. Rocket Money is the personal finance app that helps you cancel subscriptions, lower your bills, and manage your money better. You can safely and securely identify recurring charges, and the app will cancel unwanted subscriptions for you. You can even cancel from within the app with just a couple of taps. No need to worry about annoying customer service calls. Rocket Money can also help you analyze your spending habits to create a custom budget that works with your lifestyle.
Round 1.
Monitor your spending by
Ready,
category,
go!
notification when you've exceeded your limits. Rocket Money has helped save its customers up to $740 a year when they use all the features, with over $500 million in canceled subscriptions. To save more and spend less, join the over 5 million members using Rocket Money today. Go to rocketmoney.com/RGT or click the link in the description box down below to get started for free. You can unlock more features and freebies. That's rocketmoney.com/RGT85 to get started for free today. And if you
Knockout!
So this compilation consists of several different
Round 2.
X-Men, Children of the
Ready,
Atom,
go!
Superheroes, X-Men, Marvel superheroes, Capcom, Clash of the Superhero, and Marvel vs. Capcom 2, along with the Punisher, which is kind of an interesting deviation. You can choose different game versions if you want to play. If you want to play the
Knockout!
version, which has a little bit of different artwork on some of the games and stuff.
Round
like
3.
That. It doesn't really impact
Ready,
too much, although
go!
that is exclusive to the Japanese. Change different game settings as far as how the game is going to play, when you decide to play it, as far as difficulty and stuff is concerned. And it's very nicely done. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the difficulty of NPC. Options are very important with stuff like
At current, we're doing everything we can to help you save energy. Save energy, baby.
This Becko
Knockout!
fridge freezer uses innovative tech to keep your fruit and veg fresh for longer.
Round 4. Ready, go!
Between £10 and £10,000 on selected energy efficient tech. Curries beyond expectations.
Round 5. Ready, go!
Adam, though, this is a game that I remember I stepped on a rusty nail. I had to get a tetanus shot, and my mom took me to the arcade after my tetanus shot, and I got to play this game. There's also a marquee where you can see how the arcade, of course, we're playing the Japanese version. So very cool stuff.
Knockout!
English as well. And of course, you have a list where when you choose a character, for every character, it'll tell you all the different moves and how to do them. There are various display options as well. You could do different filters and stuff if you like CRT filters, as you are all well aware. I do not. And of course, different screen resolutions. So if you want to make it look ugly in widescreen, you can. There are different wallpapers as well, but I feel like the default wallpapers are nice enough because, like, you know, it looks like it's artwork from X-Men Children of the Atom, so I think that is pretty cool. As far as the games are concerned, thankfully, I noticed absolutely no issues in terms of gameplay. This is a game that, like I said, I stepped on a rusty nail, I had to get a tetanus shot, my mom took me to the arcade, and then let me play this game for a while, and it actually made my arm very sore. I rented a Sega Saturn and this game only, and I just absolutely fell in love with it. This was really such a cool game because it was kind of not an official tie-in to the animated series, but for a lot of kids, like this, that's what we treated it as. And keeping that sort of art style that the animated series had, it was just a great experience. So X-Men Children of the Atom, looking great, running great. We got a little X-Men versus Street Fighter here as well. This game was a bit more advanced as time went on. They did a
Round 1. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go! Excellent! Round 3. Ready, go! Good! Yes! Knockout! Round 4. Ready, go! Ring out! Might makes right! Round 1. Ready, go! Good! Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go! Excellent! Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout! Might makes right!
A lot of X-Men, Street Fighter, Marvel, Capcom collaborations during this time, but they always added in new characters, new features, new graphics, new combos, all sorts of
Round
fun
1.
stuff. So, all
Ready,
the games, honestly,
go!
feel amazing. I definitely recommend an external controller, especially if you want to play this in handheld. I'm using that Nick.
Take a photo.
Knockout!
Did an ad for a while ago, and that D-pad on there.
Round 2.
So nice for
Ready,
these games.
go!
You can always use an arcade stick. You could do different things. Controls to whatever you want. The button. You can do that. But all of this is being done with default controls because I don't know. It took me all of 2 seconds to figure out what was what. I would say that the Punisher is an underrated game.
Knockout!
Because while there are, just fighting games, there is this
Round
beat 'em up
3.
game that you can play.
Ready,
with 2 players.
go!
I think that's really cool. There was a beat 'em up game. It's kind of gritty, kind of dark. I do believe they did a scene from this game that involves from it. So, is that censorship or something, or is that just the world you live in? I'll let you decide on it. For me, it's not a big deal. But I genuinely enjoy this
Knockout!
game. And when people talk about the best beat 'em up games, this never really seems to come up. And
Round
I'm
4.
not sure why.
Ready,
Cool.
go!
Right out of the gate. So to a certain stage for some reason, whatever the case may be. I think the weapons-based combat is really fun. Seeing you run, baseball bat. There's going to be a sub-boss where we get lock hold on me. I'm a Punisher. Do not watch my Netflix series. I would really like to see
Knockout!
Punisher game though. I know there was a good one on the PlayStation 2, but this is a super fun game. A little break from the whole fighting game sort of situation.
Try
this is
again in a
very,
few
very
years.
good palate cleanser because I think it fits in. When you look at the Marvel characters, I think it fits in, and the fact that it does have that grit to it. It does have that sort of little bit of edge to it. You see Punisher bleeds, and characters, enemies bleed. There's all sorts of crazy weapons. So a really fun game, and I think a game that a lot of people will potentially overlook initially in this compilation, but definitely give it a try if you end up picking up this compilation. Of course, got the good old museum. You guys know I am an absolute sucker for these museum things. There's a museum for every single game in this compilation, consisting of all of the stuff you expect to see. Character artwork, press artwork, different sorts of advertisements. It's in Japanese, it's in English. So freaking cool, man. This kind of stuff is just awesome to me, and I know most people don't care about it, but I will always bring this up because I think it's important. You know, it's important to be able to see these things, see these awesome documents, see the artwork that led to the game like being created. You know, I would rather have it than not have it, and I love when compilations, especially the retro compilations, do these sorts of things because I feel like it, you know, honors the people who created this. There's also a music gallery where you can hear all the soundtracks
Round
of the
one.
game and stuff. Very
Ready,
robust.
go!
Your awards, which are like in-game achievements. I don't know those too much look at it or anything, but you know, if you want some fighter awards. Now I know what you guys are wondering. How is online play? There's no cross-platform play, but this dude, Rockzilla, he thought he was going to try to beat me in Marvel vs. Capcom.
Knockout!
Like, I'm not the best at this game, but he was not very good at all. And as you can see,
Round
like,
two.
online is
Ready,
silky smooth.
go!
Online matches, and I've had no issue. You can select from 6 different games, and you can either choose a traditional, just wait for someone to come around. You can play a game and have someone come around, or you can do also things like casual play, ranked play, leaderboard systems. I do wish that there was cross-play with the PlayStation version. It's kind of silly to me that there isn't. But I was sincerely impressed with this. Like, it felt so good with that rollback netcode. And what do you expect, dude? This compilation
Round three.
freaking kicks ass.
Ready,
Man. This
go!
compilation is super awesome. It's so much fun revisiting these games and playing these games again. You know, they look great in handheld mode. Everything runs great. Everything plays great. For $50, like, this is probably going to be a double dip. I didn't get a review copy from one of the two kids, but I bought it digitally. I love it, and I'm probably going to pick it up physically. So, no real complaints, man. No real complaints about this compilation. Let me know down below if you plan on picking this up or if you've already picked it up, and if so, which system did you pick it up for? A huge thank you to Rocket Money for sponsoring today's video as well.
Knockout!
In the pinned comment section, or in the pinned comment in the comment section down below.
Round
or the
4.
description box.
Ready,
Thank
go!
you for watching this video. Your thoughts in the comment section down below. R.I.P. to Rockzilla. Wreckzilla. You got wrecked, Zilla. Don't step on it. I'll catch you guys on the next video.
I'm actually getting offended even looking at you. Don't look down.
And watch all these idiots to the end.
Knockout!
次に会うまでにもっと強くなってね。
Round one. Ready, go! Knockout! Round two. Ready, go!
Take that!
Knockout! Round three. Ready, go! Knockout! Round four. Ready, go! Knockout! Round five. Ready, go!
Take that!
Knockout!
You're no match for me. You're no match for me.
Round one. Ready, go! Knockout! Round two. Ready, go! Knockout! Round three. Ready, go! Knockout!
You're no match for me.
Round 1. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout!
Try again in a few years.
Round 1. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout. Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 5. Ready, go! Knockout!
私にもクンフーあるのよ。
お前を絶望で満たしてやる。
You'd better take me seriously.
Round one. Ready, go!
This is blowing me away. Check this out.
Hey guys, Metal Jesus here, and I am back with not just one, but 2 Norway trip videos. My wife and I spent a week in Norway and we had a fantastic time. So, in these videos, we're going to explore 3 cities in Norway. We're going to be taking in some of the absolutely beautiful scenery. We're going to visit a heavy metal music store unlike any other. We're also going to check out a retro gaming store for some of those sweet, sweet import games. We're going to sample some of the local food, plus go to the biggest retro gaming expo in the country. And then we're also going to discover an unreleased Sega game. That was pretty wild, and just so much more. At the end of the second video, I'm going to show you all of the really cool stuff that I picked up. This was an action-packed week in Norway, so let's get started. Oh man, the alarm clock wakes me up at 5:04 a.m. and it's time to get ready to head to the airport. Thing is, this is going to be a very long day. The plan is we're going to first fly to Los Angeles because sadly for this trip there were no direct flights to Norway from Seattle. We are at the airport. It is 6:40 in the morning. I am very tired. We have a long day of travel. We're going to first go to LA, and then from there we have a 10-hour flight to Norway. Wish me luck. I know, it's going to hurt. However, the moment that we get to SeaTac Airport, oh man, we get bad news. Good thing we checked the board because our first flight is an hour late. But thankfully we have, hopefully, enough time in between flights that it shouldn't be a problem. We'll see. Now that is a little bit worrying, but we did pack in a couple extra hours in between that to make sure that we could have enough time to get to that airport. Because if you fly a lot, you know that LAX is a very chaotic airport. It's one of the most between that to make sure that we could have enough time to get to that airport. Because if you fly a lot, you know that LAX is a very chaotic airport. It's one of the most annoying in the entire country, in my opinion. We're in Los Angeles and trying to go get our luggage and then go through TSA again so that we can eventually move on to Norway. Thankfully, we gave ourselves a bit of a buffer and we finally hop on to that Norwegian flight. This is going to be a 9.5-hour flight to Norway, so it's going to be a very long flight. However, again, I prepared for this. I had a lot of video games, and I'm going to try to sleep on this plane.
Welcome to Oslo Airport. Time here is 10:10 a.m. and the outside temperature is 16 degrees Celsius.
Norway is 9 hours ahead of Seattle. So when we finally land, it's 10 a.m. the next day. It's so weird, right? Man, jet lag is real. We're picked up at the airport by Brad, who is a local retro game store owner that has offered to show us around. So basically what
Round one. Ready, go! Round two. Ready, go! Knockout! Round three. Ready, go! Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 1. Ready, go! Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout!
いつでも相手になってやるさ。
Round one. Ready, go! Knockout! Round two. Ready, go! Excellent! Round three. Ready, go! Knockout! Round four. Ready, go! Knockout! Round one. Ready, go! Knockout! Round two. Ready, go! Knockout! Round three. Ready, go! Knockout! Round four. Ready, go! Knockout!
のまま床を舐めてな。
Round 1. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 4. Ready, go! Time's up! Round 5. Ready, go! Time's up!
そのまま床を舐めてな。
Round 1. Ready, go! Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout!
「次に会うまでにはっもっと強くなってね」
The big-time player is here.
お前を絶望で満たしてやる。
Round 1. Ready, go!
Yeah!
Checkmate.
Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go!
Yeah!
Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 5. Ready, go! Excellent!
Ja! Don't worry, pal. I won't forget you.
It's showtime!
Round 1. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go! Excellent! 4. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 5. Ready, go! Knockout!